Okay, here we go for a couple more rounds of plant profiles. This is 181, Thymus serpillum. Woolly thyme, I think, was its other name. So anyway, so here it's a ground cover thyme, and often during the year it will be covered with these beautiful, small, very small little flowers. If you were to get a close-up or be able to squeeze it, you would feel it has square stems, and you can see right here the opposite leaves. Trust me, right there. You see that? And this is like typical mint flower, that bilaterally symmetrical, zygomorphic, right? If we're using our fancy botanical vocabulary. The lip. Just see 4 petals. It's got 5 flowers. Oh, these are probably fused on top. Anyway, they're tiny little flowers. Look at that. Look at how little they are. That's what it looks like, though, on the ground. I mean, it's really, really beautiful. So some of the uses, according to Sunset Western Garden Book, they published a magazine for a long time, too, that was great. Apparently they tanked because, long story, but they got, none of the kids wanted to take over the family business. Then venture capitalists swept in and destroyed it. Sucks. It's awesome. Great brand recognition, great resource. Used to be, anyway. So, great ground cover, looks very nice between stepping stones, because also if you step on it, it smells really nice. Or spilling over a bank or a wall. Grows well in most Southern California spots. It's Mediterranean, needs little to moderate water. Full sun, it can take really full sun, also it says light shade in the warm zones, but I mean really it's pretty tolerant, pretty tough thing. It's a little tiny mint. A gray woolly look because of all the hairs on the leaves, and it has small pink flowers, 2 to 3 inches high, so quite short, and then 3 feet wide. And I love the center of origin. Wikipedia says the Palearctic, right? Not paleo. I don't know what the Palearctic realm, but anyway, I just put Europe and Asia on the list right up there. So look at that. Sometimes it's sold as Thymus praecox arcticus pseudolanaginosus. Sure, just add a few more syllables in there just for fun, right? Anyway, let's hope it's not sold like that, because you need like an extra big label. It would be taller than the plant to get in there. That's mother of thyme. Okay, there we go. You woolly mother of thymer. Here we go. Now let's move on before I say more stupid stuff. Asian jasmine. See the pretty picture? We all know this plant. It gets planted everywhere. Sunset said something like it's, I should find it, but anyway, that it's one of the most, like, they just said it was like the best plant, basically. This is the best plant that you can grow in Southern California. So maybe I don't love it quite so much, because certainly it's not. It's fine, but like the best, I mean, they were just, it was like, everybody should grow it, like that kind of thing. It's so overused, but it's also one of these things where this is a living being. It's an actual plant, and it practically can grow like just about anywhere. So people plant it everywhere. It's fragrant. It covers a wall or the ground, or anything really that it can. It's a pretty prolific grower with these lovely flowers. It smells really nice. Trailing vine with thick leathery leaves. When they're new, they're quite shiny, but as they mature, they get more dull. And apparently this species, the Asiaticum, Trachelospermum asiaticum, I forgot to mention its name, it's Asian jasmine, Trachelospermum, is more dull. The leaves are duller than the Jasminoides species. I assume they're about the same size, because Sunset didn't say they were different. Just a little bit of, they had a lot of information about Trachelospermum jasminoides and not very much about this one, but it really mentioned very few things. It said like the leaves are smaller on this one, and I think maybe the flowers are slightly smaller, maybe more creamy than white also. Maybe more white in the jasminoides and more like kind of yellowish cream in this one. That pinwheel flower, which also is a symptom, a characteristic of the Apocynaceae, which also makes me think, as I pronounce that like it's so clear to me who watches these videos and who doesn't, because of how you pronounce things. I got people just like popping out syllables all over the place. Like, have you not heard anyone pronounce them before? Have you watched any of the ones I've done? Anyway, here I am preaching to the choir again. Why do I always do that? evergreen vine, can be trailing over a ledge or growing up a trellis. Happy in most Southern California zones, full sun, just like the last one, to light shade in the warmest zones. This one is not drought tolerant. It likes regular water, and I mean, but this is bomb proof. Like, you can put it in a pot. Like, my friend who I love dearly, who is not a plant person, she kills lots of plants, and had a much more sensitive jasmine in a pot. They both died. Big, huge old pot, like by their driveway, growing up to a little patio thing, or the screen porchy kind of thing over the garage, but whatever. Big pot. The other jasmines died fast, but these guys are growing like gangbusters, so it can go 20 to 30 feet as a vine. This one's from Japan and Korea, and their two varieties, red top and pink snow, have red or pink growth. That's new. Sounds kind of pretty. There we go, and that whirling flower, like I mentioned before. Okay, and then el último is verbena, verbena peruviana in the verbanaceae in the lamiales. So it was hard to find pictures of this, which surprised me, but I could find like basically this picture on Creative Commons, and that was it. So I had to go to violating copyright laws. You can call I don't know who you call for that. Go ahead and report me. I'll take the pictures away, and then you've got no pictures to look at. So just have to make this a little fun for myself, right? So it comes in a variety of colors. I mean, this is a cool color combination. I like that. The flowers do. So they go from like white to pink. I thought I had another picture here. Oh my gosh, I will be adding one. We have to have at least 3 pictures. My apologies, I thought I was finished, but I had one picture to add. A very short-lived perennial, this one. And it's also, it's funny because it said one thing, it's like listed with drought-tolerant plants, but even Sunset says it wants moderate water. So I think I found it in the powerofplants.com, where it says it's very drought tolerant, but it flowers much better if it gets regular water. So I think that might be the issue there. So again, it's like a ground covery thing. It's 8 to 12 inches high, so it's not very tall. It's not like a shrub or anything. 24 to 36 inches wide, so it's a wide mat of a plant. Originally from South America. Apparently rabbits don't like to eat this plant, which is good if you live somewhere that you have a rabbit problem. I know that may sound funny to those of you in the city, but like if you live somewhere where there's a lot like fair open land and not a lot of coyotes, you probably have a rabbit problem, and they decimate stuff. They just eat crap out of things. I wonder if they're resistant to gophers. That would be a good thing to note. I think Sunset probably has a list of gopher-resistant plants. Anyway, I digress. Butterflies love these flowers. They're wonderful. For pollinators. So zones 8 to 12, again, like all over Southern California. This is planted all over the place. It's got, its leaf is rough. It's kind of a coarse leaf. I don't have a picture of the leaf. Yeah, but I do remember. In fact, in the stem, all along it's kind of coarse, a little bit scratchy. And it has these flowers in clusters. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty plant. You know, it's nice. It's a nice thing to grow. Extremely hardy, short-lived perennial. Yep, that's about it. In spring, it gets a profusion of flowers. I think that's all I have to say about that. And then that makes me done. And I will add one more picture to this before I put it in the plant, in the list, so that you've got an extra picture to look at. Okie doke, bye.